Hey everyone, it's DDD. Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm back. And first off, I just want to start by saying that a couple nights ago, an important announcement was made regarding us women's wrestling fans. However, I am not going to discuss that in this video. I am going to discuss what is the next progression in what we call the women's evolution in a different video that I'm actually going to record right after this one. But in this video here today, I just wanted to give you guys a quick prediction for the Raw Women's Championship kendo stick on a pole match that will be taking place this Sunday at the Raw brand exclusive Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Now, we obviously have the current Raw Women's Champion in Alexa Bliss and the challenger in Bayley, who will be invoking her rematch clause from the previous Raw pay-per-view, Payback. Now, as far as my excitement level for the match, I'm not really looking forward to this match, to be honest. Not because I just don't like it, I'm just not excited for it. For two main reasons, I guess. One, as I'm sure most of you know, I'm not really invested in Alexa Bliss as the Raw Women's Champion right now. And the build up for this rematch has been pretty lackluster anyway, in my opinion. Um, so, i.e., obviously, that Bayley, this is your life segment on Raw. However, I will actually give credit to Alexa Bliss because I do believe her mic skills, they were actually good in that segment, and she did try to get that segment over as best as she possibly could, but it was, I guess, just literally that bad on paper that even her good mic skills couldn't save that. So, there's that. Um, I'm not sure if this kendo stick on a pole match is a first time for the women. If I'm not mistaken, I know we've definitely had like pole matches before for the women, but back in the Attitude Era, I was used to them mainly being like eye candy pole matches or something. And this is an actual kendo stick on a pole match. So I believe there might have been one like that before too, but if there have been any, I believe there only was like one or two. I'm not sure, but anyone who is aware of the specific kendo stick on a pole matches for the women from the past, remind me in the comment section. Feel free. Um, but either way, this is a first for the Raw Women's title. Now, getting into my actual prediction for what I think will happen. I honestly believe from the way this match has been built, and I'm glad that I waited until I seen the final Raw before the show coming up this Sunday. I believe that Bayley will actually win the Raw Women's Championship back from Alexa Bliss. And I know that may not seem ideal to a lot of people, and a lot of people may not even agree or want that to happen. Honestly, a lot of people felt like the Raw Women's division was saved in a way when Bayley lost the Raw Women's title to Alexa Bliss because a lot of people were just really bored with Bayley. They felt like, she lacked charisma, mic skills, her ring work hasn't really been exciting, and the Bayley character has grown stale. So, with Alexa Bliss being, somewhat of a fresh face still and all, and the momentum behind her and everything, and everyone loving her so much, they were happy to see her take the title from Bayley. However, I think that from reading reports and how fickle the WWE was in even having the title change hands from Bayley to begin with back at Payback, I don't really think that WWE took the title from Bayley because they weren't satisfied with her. It's one thing for fans to be dissatisfied with the talent, and then it's another thing for the company to be. For example, obviously Roman Reigns, he's not a fan favorite, but the company still likes him and they push him accordingly. So I really don't think that the company cares too much about the fans, and if one minute they like a superstar and the next minute they're over them, I think they really do it at their discretion. I really just believe that Bayley suffered the hometown curse because the pay-per-view happened to be in her hometown. And from the report I read, they were honestly like going back and forth that whole weekend whether they wanted Bayley to retain and break the hometown curse, or if they wanted Alexa to win and have that big shock factor and possible heat. Um, so now that I feel like they pulled the victory for Alexa, um, I think that now they want to give the title back to Bayley. I feel like this also plays up to her whole underdog storyline because, she is an underdog at the end of the day. So I get the idea of maybe them wanting to put somewhat of a halt to her reign and give her a reason to come back stronger or whatever the case may be, add another layer to her character. Um, so that's part of the reason why I feel like she'll win the title back because they were already a little unsure about taking it off of her to begin with. And then the reason why I believe that she will win the title back too is because of how this story has actually been built. If you guys have been paying attention, Alexa Bliss has had most of the momentum since the feud has begun. Like she literally won the Raw Women's title right away at Payback, and since Payback she pinned Bayley clean again the very next night on Raw, and she's just been looking very strong these past few weeks. So I don't think that WWE would keep building Alexa Bliss this strong and have Bayley in a way look inferior if they were just going to continue to have Alexa Bliss look strong and just have her continue to go over Bayley, because in a way I kind of feel like that maybe burying in a way, just because I mean Alexa Bliss literally did just come to Raw and interrupt Bayley's title reign like immediately. And it's one thing to win the title right away from Bayley, and then it's another thing to win the title from her right away, then pin her clean again the next night on Raw, and then look strong in the rivalry over the next few weeks, and then lose your rematch. Like that's a lot of lost momentum in a short span of time. So who knows, obviously, where Bayley would go if she were to lose her rematch, but that's also the thing. Like where would there be for Bayley to go if she lost her rematch? I feel like they may want to drag this Bayley Alexa feud out. Obviously, if Bayley were to win her title back, they may give Alexa another rematch, like another one-off match to finally give us a true winner, which I think ultimately will turn out to be Bayley. I think that the plan for SummerSlam this summer is still possibly for Bayley and Sasha Banks to go one-on-one, and eventually for Sasha to finally turn heel and have that whole storyline unfold. But I think that WWE is really trying hard to be unpredictable and keep the fans on their toes. So maybe that's why they had Alexa Bliss come in and interrupt things midway so that everything didn't seem so predictable until then. And they're giving Sasha something to do in the meantime, and it also gives something Alexa to do. She gets a career accomplishment in the process by winning the Raw Women's title and, having that accolade of being the first woman to win the Raw and SmackDown Women's title, and it gives her something to do. She's feuding with Bayley. So I think that's really the plan. It's just giving everyone something to do, and I think the plan is still for Bayley and Sasha to meet each other in the end for that SummerSlam match. And like I said, I believe Bayley will win the title back this Sunday because the key has been that she couldn't get Extreme, or Bayley can get Extreme, and she's gotten hit with the kendo stick twice. So it's like, I think it's Alexa Bliss's turn now to get hit with the kendo stick. And I mean, I feel like that would be such a good payoff too, because Alexa Bliss is such a villain and she's so good at playing that heel character that it would be awesome, honestly, to see her get her comeuppance in that way. And then they'll probably have their rematch at the Great Balls of Fire. Or who knows, it could happen, I guess, maybe on a random episode of Raw too. But like I said, again, I believe at that point Bayley would retain, and then she would move on to either her feud with Sasha beginning or just something else until then to fill in that gap, depending on the time frame of everything. So that's my official prediction for the Payback pay-per-view this Sunday and the Raw Women's Championship match. Like my prediction video if you liked my prediction. Comment if you agree with my prediction and you want to give me a right on, brother. Or if you disagree and you believe that Alexa will retain, tell me why you think she will retain and why you don't believe that the WWE would give the title right back to Bayley. Tell me what you think the SummerSlam attraction match will actually be for the Raw women and why. Hey, let's bust it up. Discuss. So, again, that was my prediction. And like I said, I'm going to record my video regarding the important announcement that was made a couple nights ago on SmackDown Live for their women's division. And until you see me for that video, until next time, it's been D, peace and chicken grease, and bye.